Hey, fourth grade, it's Miss T here, and we are going to go through our weather and climate worksheet. We've been talking about weather and forecasting and clouds for a long time now, and I figured this worksheet would be a fun way to kind of recap all of that, and it's something you can keep, you can color. This is what we like to call doodle notes, and so I'm going to go through the doodle notes with you. In this video, I'm not going to actually doodle mine, but you should. Once you fill in the answers with me, maybe you can go back and color in some of the pictures. And I will send a completed picture of this through the classroom portal too. Okay, so this is weather and climate. And the first thing we're going to talk about is what is weather. Well, weather describes the condition of the air outdoors. So weather describes the condition of the air outdoors, such as the temperature, cloud cover, wind speed, and rainfall. So again, let's recap that from the beginning. Weather describes the condition of the air outdoors, such as temperature, cloud cover, wind speed, and rainfall. Take a second to write those in together. Weather describes the condition of the air outdoors, such as temperature, cloud cover, wind speed, and rainfall. And again, I will post a completed picture of this worksheet in the classroom so you guys can see it later in case I'm going too fast. Or you can pause the video and write things down and then click play when you're ready to go to the next one. Okay, so weather is the overall condition of the air outside as we currently experience it. It's totally different from climate, and we'll get to that in just a moment. So, we have a picture there that is now being colored in, showing our high and our low pressure. So high pressure, which is colored in blue with the blue H, more air, more height, high pressure, versus low pressure, which you see that swoops down into the low pressure area where there's less air and less weight to the air. And in that low pressure is where you see the cool, wet air, and you see those clouds with the rain. With the rain coming out of the clouds. So condensation, in the box to the right. Condensation is the cooling off of water. Cooling off of water in the atmosphere. Okay, so when you get condensation, you're cooling off water in the atmosphere, changing gas to a liquid. So condensation, as we see there in the right-hand box, is the cooling off of water in the atmosphere, changing gas to a liquid. And you see condensation not just in the atmosphere, you see condensation on your water glass. When you start to get the little water droplets on the outside of the glass, what's happening is it's cooling off, and that gaseous stuff is changing into liquids. Okay, so let's take a look at our next box, precipitation. And we've talked about precipitation. Precipitation is water droplets that fall. So water droplets fall from the atmosphere in the form of rain, sleet, snow, or hail. So again, that next box on the right, precipitation. Water droplets fall from the atmosphere. Atmosphere is a long word. Make sure you try to fit it in there with your best handwriting. You can print if cursive is too small to fit in these doodle notes. Atmosphere, and it falls in the form of rain, sleet, snow, or hail. So I'm just filling in my notes with words. Ooh, which way do I have to hold this to the camera? Filling my notes in with words. And I'm going to come back and color mine later. All right, let's talk about humidity. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. So the more humid, the more wet and sticky it feels outside. So water vapor are those two blanks, and they colored in that little cloud of humidity. So humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. I hope you guys are liking these doodle notes. These are kind of my favorite. I can't take credit for it. there was another teacher on Teachers Pay Teachers who had this, and I was like, this is great. We need to do this in 4th grade. All right, so I think next we're going to look at our weather symbols. Let me click the next button. Nope, we're not. We're going to look at our 4 seasons. So let's look over in the left-hand column where it says the 4 seasons. And they've depicted them so beautifully there. And you're going to write in your notes. They left a blank in the bottom of each picture box. And you'll see those highlight in just a second when I click. So the first season they have depicted there is winter. You see those beautiful snowflakes. We know all about winter here in New Hampshire. Next we have spring, spring. And you see the sun is colored in. You see the raindrops are colored. But also you see that there's a little leaf that's sprouting to life in the bottom there. Next, after spring, we have summer. In summer. Awesome. Summer. Summer is a very, very nice season. It doesn't last very long in New Hampshire. And then lastly, we have fall, sometimes called autumn. And you can write autumn if you don't want to write fall. But it shows the tree there with its leaves all on the ground. And actually, it shows the tree. You get to draw the leaves on the ground with your oranges and your yellows. Again, I'm just writing, where am I? There we go. I'm just writing my words in, and I'll color mine later. But again, I'll have this in the classroom later today, so you can go on and color in anything that you missed. All right, let's click ahead. Okay, and so we talked about our severe weather today. We watched the Crash Course Kids video on severe weather, and 2 types of severe weather we see there are tornadoes and hurricanes. And so tornadoes, you can see the funnel is much more narrow. Hurricanes are widespread, but they both kind of have a similar shape there, other than one's more narrow and one's more widespread. If you need to rewatch that video, the link is in the classroom. Okay, and let's look at our weather symbols. When you are watching the weather reports and you're looking at meteorologists like Haley LaPointe, she came to our school last year. You see these different weather symbols on the map. And so let's go ahead and on the right-hand side of our worksheet, let's go ahead and write those in. So weather symbols. H stands for high pressure, hot, dry air, I should say. So H stands for high pressure. That's what we write in the box there next to the H. And it's hot, dry air. Hot, dry air. Next to that, we have those clouds there. And so that symbolizes cloudy. Cloudy cover, clouds rolling in. That's cloudy. L stands for low pressure. Low pressure, which is cool, wet air. And again, if you need to pause so you can write these in, go ahead, or you can go back and replay this video. That's the nice thing, is you can kind of go at your own pace. All right, so that we've got H, which is high pressure, hot, dry air, cloudy, and then we have L, which is low pressure, cool, wet air. We have sunny. Sunny, sunny, sunny. That one's pretty easy and recognizable. This one, it looks like a bunch of pennant banners or spiky things. And that depicts a cold front. A cold front. So you, especially here in New Hampshire, may be used to hearing the weather person talk about a cold front coming in. And you might see those spiky lines moving across the map. That's our cold front. Next to the cold front, under sunny, we have partly cloudy. So you see the sun peeking out behind the clouds. Partly cloudy. Under cold front, what do you think that is? Let's take a moment to try to guess. Looks like a front. It's got that diagonal motion. That's a warm front. So it's got round bumpies. Warm front goes in the box next to that one. I think this next one, next to warm front, under partly cloudy, makes sense. Rain. Raindrops keep falling on my head. There we go. There's some rain. Under warm front, what do you think that is? Go ahead and blurt it out. You're right. Thunderstorms. Thunderstorms. And when we were talking back in section 511 on page 126, we talked about how weather people will add the word nimbus to names of clouds, because nimbus means rain or storm. So it's typically the term used to describe a cloud when rain is falling. So you have different types, nimbostratus, cumulonimbus, and we talked about it. The cumulonimbus are the big, dark, tall clouds with towering tops and bring heavy downpours of rain. And I have the cloud poster behind me. It's probably hard for you to see, but there's our nimbusy storm clouds. So thunderstorms have those big, dark nimbus clouds. Okay, next to thunderstorms, you guessed it, snow. Those are snowflakes. All right, so we have now been able to do the top half of our worksheet on weather. Again, I'll leave this image in the classroom later today so you can go back and color your color in anything that you missed. And I'm going to have a separate video for the climate section. So this is Miss T signing off 4th grade, and I'll see you soon. Bye!